Good day, it's E.T. here in my lovely outdoor studio. It's beautiful day today, soft day, good day for a bike ride, getting out into the fresh air because you don't get so burnt. Australia, what sort of place is it? It's a wonderful place to live, very easy, you don't have to put any thought or effort into it, just make sure you learn to say the right thing to the right people and you'll get on. That's all there is to it really, and that's how all politics and all of the economic system is based on saying the right thing to the right person that then promotes you as someone as an expert. And this is where, so we'll get straight down to the nitty-gritty. Mr. Turnbull, the present Prime Minister, the cleverest man in the land, who said even the best of us cannot be President of Australia, even the best of us. Now he's suggesting his innovative idea, his great brilliance, is to give all the companies in Australia, no matter how wealthy they are, a tax cut. Big tax cut over 10 years, he says, will increase employment. Now, anyone who knows what's going on in the world, and in particular Australia, will be very, very aware that the same people involved in getting this tax cut will put up the electricity prices at a compound rate. It's now compounding. Because when you put electricity price up a percentage on what it was 10 years ago, is different now to when you put the same percentage is a compound amount on top of the price of electricity now. So, on this state of affairs, how can it be possible that a tax cut can help employment when the same people that will get the tax cut are going to make sure the economy is diminished, or the potential to create jobs is diminished by the same process as they've been involved in for the last 10 years or so, raising all costs. Simple Adam Smith theory says raise housing costs, you damage the economy, create poverty. If you then add raising electricity costs as well, you do twice as much damage to the economy. The point about the tax cuts is, and maybe Mr. Turnbull and all these CEOs in Australia are not aware, because maybe they're not aware, these people all imagine they're going to change a climate by Australia not burning coal, regardless we export millions of tons for other people to burn. Now, that alone suggests these people aren't very bright, that they've been involved in inflating the cost of being here in Australia beyond the ability of the country to combat this or produce anything enough to keep up with it. And as time goes by, because of these inflated costs, it becomes ever more difficult for productive systems to catch up or even bother. Why would you bother when you know you're chasing a dream that you can never catch, because the cost will inflate beyond your ability to keep up with it. The point is, they know within 10 years robots will have killed off much of middle management, much of financial management, driving, all sorts of jobs will be gone because of robots. Service workers even will be replaced by robots. Many things will be, cooks can be replaced by robots. Many things can be, so many things, they're not going to be all done like that, but so many things will be able to be replaced by robots. A tax cut at the proportion that Turnbull is suggesting can only make the problem, the revenue problem, far, far worse and accelerate the debt, because this is what it's all about, and this is who Mr. Turnbull works for. Big corporations who desire, and they have been doing this since 1976, desire to control all assets and leave the debt with the people, so that people are slaved into debt and ever greater impoverishment as the wealth is spread thinner amongst the people but more in proportion amongst the wealthy. That's who Malcolm Turnbull works for. Whether he likes to admit it or not, it's simple maths and human physics. Who he associates with most will gain most favour, who he associates with least will gain less favour, and that's why they have people and his friends saying, oh, you're cut welfare, cut pensions, but they themselves, regardless they make more money out of the fiscal system than anyone on welfare, they themselves refuse to make any sacrifices, exactly the same as those people who demand that we all make sacrifices for the climate, except they make no sacrifices at all, and many make great profit out of the other people's sacrifices. So it's back to a dark age situation really, where some people who believe in ideology want to sacrifice other people for their ideology and to appease the gods. Only the god now is the money god. It's not the natural god, it's not a god in heaven, it's just a money god. You worship the ATM because that's who keeps you alive these days. We worship the ATM, we worship the ATM. But there you go. In a nutshell, Mr. Turnbull's tax cuts can't work simply because electricity prices are going to rise more and more, which will take away more and more of the income stream gained by the tax cuts, which was only, if you think about it, the amount of cost of electricity has gone up so much the tax cuts will merely allow companies and all business be able to catch up with a bit of this electricity bills that they already have. So you can see it's all cod's wallop. You need another system. They need a more intelligent, and Paul Keating said, a sliding scale system. Sliding scale fiscal economic system is something Australia has to consider to move in to the future without bringing the society to some serious disruption in the social order just to appease and placate the very, very wealthy who want all the wealth distributed to them because they're the socialists. The new socialists today are the elite. The new socialist order is not in the poor. Distribute less and less to the poor. More and more money is distributed to the elite because they are the socialists now. They believe in socialism for them. Capitalism is no longer about investing in great developments, investing in people. It's about just being a raptor and taking advantage of the gullibility of people because of the lack of education which they've all been involved in. Anyway, there you are. Mr. Turnbull should rethink his tax cuts. None for subsidised companies, none for subsidised CEOs, none for subsidised banks. They all get the money the same as we do off the welfare system. We get our welfare check, it goes straight into the bank. We don't have a choice. They count that as profit and they put some of it in their pocket as bonuses and salaries. It's so simple. They think you're all stupid and take advantage of you. Thank you. This is E.T. in sunny Australia.